Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. Today's video is a comic review of the Hulk #2. When this came out, the first issue, we reviewed that. So if you want to go back and check that out, take a look at issue 1. This is by Donny Cates, with art by Ryan Ottley, inks by Cliff Rathburn, colors by Frank Martin, and letters by Cory Petit. So if you're not familiar with this story and you didn't read issue 1, uh, Banner is using the Hulk as a spaceship. They've gone through this dimensional door, and that's kind of what happens in issue 1. Go check that out. Go check out a review. I really recommend it if you like stuff that Donny Cates has been writing. If you enjoy Ryan Otley's art, this book it really captures the essence of what they do really well, both on their respective fields. So for this one, Bruce Banner has finally total control of the Hulk, locked away. But with a tight grip on his plans, Bruce forgot one thing: variables can happen at any time. Even Bruce couldn't have imagined the craziness that continues as the Hulk hurtles further into space. But he's not alone out there. He sure isn't. In the first page, we see that he's definitely not alone. So, slight spoilers. This is on the first page. This was on the preview pages. Um, so here we have these characters that the team introduces. They are the alternate universe timeline hazard operations response and intervention team something. Now, if you are not familiar with some of the old comics, this is definitely a reference to the Authority. If you check out the first letter of each, if you make it an acronym, their name spells out the Authority. So if you want to look more into those characters, and as you see the designs of the characters, you can definitely tell what the homage is being paid to. I think last week Ryan Ottley shared a preview of these characters, and then on the stream with Ryan Stegman, Donny Cates kind of talked a little bit. I was able to ask him a question about these characters. So he talked a little bit about it. He said they were referenced, like, if you got it at the time, if you didn't, then you would get it by the time the issue came out. So here we are. Um, so things like that. I mean, Donny Cates has been a long time comic book fan. So anytime he puts in a big reference, um, like all that kind of stuff really connects just because we're kind of contemporaries. Like we, uh, grew up around reading the same era of comic books. Let's go take a look at the art a little bit. And this is all from the first few pages, so there's no big spoilers here. Here we see the Hulk as a spaceship just rampaging through the alternate force authority like figures. And I just love Ryan Ottley's art. Like it's so brutal. So that's something that, look, if you read his run on Invincible, you'll be used to stuff like this. I also really like the way he depicts Banner, and I like the designs that he made for the Hulk as a spaceship. So as we saw in the first issue, the Hulk, his psyche is stuck in the engine room, and that's kind of what fuels his rage. Is what fuels this ship, right? So we see that there's different levels, and we see him fighting against armies. And as things need to escalate, we'll see here in a couple of slides. We have him fighting monsters. This is to increase the level of like the speed of the ship, so it's kind of like fueling, like adding more coal to the fire so that the ship will go faster. Same concept here, which I find very interesting because it makes sense that the more the Hulk has to exert himself, the more that the more energy output he should put out. We do get a really cool reference here again. Another level of the engine is this giant sized Wolverine, where it's just a giant Wolverine that the Hulk has to fight. And this all happens like in the first half of the book. So this is all very cool. I really like that mechanic of it's a it's a really interesting way to have the Hulk fight really different things that you wouldn't be able to get him to fight just in the regular course of business. Um, the real plot of the story gets going more towards the latter half of the book. So this book finds a nice balance between moving the plot forward, but also just stopping by to enjoy these kind of cool moments with the Hulk, um, which I really appreciate. I just want to see the Hulk smash stuff. Look, I really enjoyed the Immortal Hulk's run, and this is completely different from that. This reminds me more of the Hulk of before, where it's really more about the fight and the like just getting out of control. So I like that the character is so malleable. Who would have thought that the Hulk would be a character that could be so malleable as to take it in so many different directions? But here we are. I guess when you're a talented writer, you can kind of work on really whatever. So, but yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I recommend you pick this up if you're not reading the Hulk. I think this is a good jumping on point. This new Donny Cates run. So go check that out. So thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. We go live most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We should be wrapping up things for the year. We always catch up on all the stuff we've been talking about and reading and watching. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.